Welcome to Movement with Laurelle, hosted by Wild Wandering Creations. I'm Laurelle, and I'm going to be leading you through your practice today. Today we are exploring a way that we can release tension and restlessness. So this is a good practice to do really anytime. So if you are going about your day and you're feeling unsettled, anxious, or you just feel like there's like a tightness or a tension in your body, this is a practice for you. And what a lot of us don't realize is we don't only hold physical tension, we also can hold emotional and mental tension. So that's what this practice is all about. We're trying to release all the tensions that we hold in the body without even realizing. This is also a really good practice to do right before bed because it helps you release any of that sticky energy that you don't want to take with you into your bedroom. So go ahead and hop into some comfortable clothes. We're getting nice and cozy. We're stretching today. So anything that makes you feel supportive, grab that and meet me on the mat. So today we're going to sit onto our heels, coming onto our knees. And if it doesn't feel good to sit on your knees, you can find an alternate position. So you can sit in a cross-legged position, or you can slide something underneath your seat to give you that little extra support. So start to just rest the hands on top of the thighs. Maybe close down the eyes if that feels okay. Maybe just soften through the gaze. Maybe just take a nice deep breath in. Deep breath out. And you can start to just soften through the shoulders. And then we're just going to start to find some little neck movements here. So just maybe it's a full head roll. Maybe it's just a little shift from side to side. Just noticing any tightness, any tension that is being held in the neck and the shoulders. Just starting to release that and let it go. And then you can start to come back through center, stack the head on top of the shoulders. And you're just going to start to take your right ear to your right shoulder. You're just going to start to press that left hand out to the side, just hovering off the earth, flexing through the hand. And then that right hand is going to guide that head just a little closer to the right shoulder. And gently release, switching sides. Start to take that left ear to the left shoulder, press that right hand out, and use the left hand to support the head as you draw it closer to that left shoulder. And gently release. Tilt the head back. Let the throat open. And then start to draw that chin towards the chest, round through the neck. Lift the head up. Take your gaze towards the right. Come through center. Take your gaze towards the left. And back through center. Beautiful. It's going to take the knees just a tiny bit wider here. Big toes can touch. And then you're just going to start to press the palms into the earth so that the forearms are facing the front of the room. And you're just going to start to sit back on the heels as much as you can. This can feel quite intense. So just maybe closing the eyes, softening through the shoulders where you can. And then just feeling this nice deep stretch in the wrists and the forearms. Maybe you can feel it radiate all the way up to the shoulders. Maybe give yourself a little gentle rock from side to side. We often hold a lot of tension here, especially if we use our hands a lot. And it could be for typing, it could be for anything. We could be making really cool things with our hands, you never know. So whatever it is, just starting to breathe. Maybe noticing which side might feel a little bit more intense. Maybe they're pretty even. We're just starting to notice. And then slowly walking those hands back through center. You're going to start to sit back, and you're just going to interlace the hands here, and we're just going to make a little wave. just to release any of that tightness, any of that tension. And then the hands can come together, and we're just going to give it a little swirl, a little release, and then let's shake it out. I always like to say that when I shake it out, this is the energy that I don't want to take with me anymore. I'm done with it. Let's get rid of it. So anything that you don't want to take with you, either into the rest of your day, into the rest of your week, into your evening, just let it go. Shake it off. Just shaking it off and letting it go. One more breath here. And release. Let the hands fall to the thighs. And then we're just going to walk the hands back behind us. You can keep the knees wide or bring them together. And what I want you to do is start to lift open through the chest here and start to draw the shoulder blades together. And we're just finding a little opening here. Maybe you lift the hips a little bit, open up, breathe for 3, 2, and 1. Walk the hands forward in front of you, hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Spread through those fingertips. And you're going to drop through the belly here, lift the heart. And then you're going to round, tuck that chin in towards the chest. Lift the gaze, drop the belly. And round. One more just like that. And release. Start to take those knees nice and wide. Big toes can touch. Start to shift the hips back. Reach the arms forward. Come into your child's pose. Let the arms get heavy. Let the head get heavy. And just give a little rock of the forehead from side to side. Maybe feeling a shift in the hip. Side to side. Breathe for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly press into the hands. Rise through center. And we'll start to come into that all-fours position. You're going to walk the hands forward just a little bit. Start to slide forward and lower all the way down towards the belly. Now make sure that you have enough space here. You're going to take the arms out nice and wide in a T shape. And you're just going to start to slowly roll onto that right shoulder, that right side of the body. And you can either keep the leg on top, stacked on top of the right, or you can pull it behind. Take that right ear down, tent through the left fingertips, and start to open up through the chest here. Find your deep breathing for 5, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come through center. Arms come out nice and wide again. And then you're going to start to slowly shift onto that left side. So start to roll onto the left side of the body. Maybe that right foot comes behind. Left ear, left shoulder down. Tent through the right fingertips. Start to press away from the earth. Open up onto that side body. We're here for 5, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come through center. Release through the belly. Stack the hands on top of each other. Release the forehead. And give those hips just a little shift. A little shift from side to side. And let the hips settle. Give yourself a moment of stillness. A moment of release. And I want you to notice here in this moment, can you become aware of where tension is being held in the body? Can you become aware of physical tension, emotional tension, and mental tension? And once you become aware, you choose one area to focus on and breathe your awareness there. And see if maybe, just maybe, it can start to soften. It can start to open. And the tension can start to fall away. Start to slowly lift the head. Hands come underneath the shoulders. Press up. Right away, we'll take those knees nice and wide. Shift it back. Child's pose. Start to press the hands into the earth. Come through tabletop. And we'll tuck through those toes, lift up through the hips. Find downward facing dog. And we'll just pedal the feet out here if we want to. Find stillness right away if that feels good. And then you can start to crisscross the feet towards the top of the mat. Take your time. Feet are underneath those hips. You're going to grab opposite elbows here, and you're just going to start to find a little sway from side to side. A little shift in the hips, shift in the upper body. Let everything get heavy. Let everything release. Slowly release the hands towards the earth. Let the body find some stillness. Try not to put any weight in the arms. Give that head a shake no. Nod yes. Take a nice big breath. Release. And you're going to start to slowly roll up through the spine. And I want you to really take your time. So I always say when we're doing these slow roll ups that it should be slower than you want it to be. And it should feel uncomfortably slow. So even if you think you're going slow, seeing if you can just add one little bit more of slowness to this movement. Slowing the pace. Standing tall. Softening the shoulders down the back. Arms fall out to the side in a nice, strong mountain pose. And then we're just going to start to release those arms. Just get a little tension release again. This is where we can maybe we don't notice where we're holding it, and we can just let it go. This movement also just always makes me laugh, or it makes me smile because it's just so funny, and to just let the arms do whatever they're doing as we move from side to side. Keep going. Let it go. Imagine that you're just like knocking away bad energy with those hands. It's not welcome in this space. And something that somebody on social media always says is, I do not accept that. When it's something that they don't want, I do not accept that. So as we move and shift through our arms, all of the things we don't accept, we are clearing away with our arms. One more breath here, you've got it. Okay, start to slow it down, seeing if you can not stop abruptly, but just start to slow it down. Let the arms still gradually. Stand up nice and tall in your mountain pose. Maybe close the eyes for just a moment if that feels okay. Maybe just lower the gaze or fix your awareness somewhere. And then I'm going to take you through a breathing exercise. It's called a heart opener, and it's a really, really good release. So what it looks like is you lift the arms up, and it's an inhale. You lift the arms wide for another inhale. You lift them up again for another inhale. And then as you exhale, it's this a big and release. So we're going to really get that going. So find some space so you're not going to hit anything. And we'll start to begin. So soften through those knees. And so it's 3 inhales and 1 big release. So are you ready? Here we go. Inhale, 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 let go. In, in, in. Let it go. Let that head hang heavy. Hold here. Let everything fold forward in front of you. Find your breath. And then when you feel ready, let the hands find the shins. Find a halfway lift. Release the hands. Step one foot back. Step the other foot back. Lower the knees. Bend into the elbows. Come all the way down. Hands hug in. So shoulders hug in. Hands underneath the shoulders. Lift the chest. Baby cobra. Come back down. Tuck through the toes. Knees pull out nice and wide. Shift those hips back. Child's pose. Arms are heavy. Head is heavy. Hips sink towards the heels. And I want you to come back to the intention of how you want to feel, how you desire to feel. And then I want you to honestly ask yourself, how are you feeling right now? I want you to come back to that intention. How do you want to feel? What is your desire? How do you want to navigate the next couple hours? And then I want you to honestly ask yourself, how are you feeling right now in this moment? I want you to slowly start to press the earth away. Start to slide those knees back together. Sit back on the heels. Hands fall in the thighs. Take a nice deep breath in and out. This is where we'll be ending our practice today. If you want a little bit more and you want a little bit more rest and a little bit more release, I invite you to explore my guided Shavasana video that is available to you, just for that little extra bit of love for the body. It helps you hold stillness, helps you just be, and you deserve that. I will leave you with this message. Trust that you've got time. Trust that you're not behind. And you are free to move slowly. You are free to move with ease. Remember that life can be sweet if you let it. With gratitude for our practice, and with gratitude for our community, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for holding space with me today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know how it left you feeling. I love to see comments in below. And if you are not already subscribed, please subscribe so you can get free videos every single week. I will see you next week. Thanks for being here.